Hello guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to understand the LeetCode problem number 3652, best time to buy and sell stock using strategy. What is the meaning of the question itself? You understand, right? But we have seen the variation of this problem from 1 to 5, and this is out of the 1 and 5 pattern, but this is also a pattern where you will use the best time to buy and sell stock problem. Okay, so we'll understand what the problem is saying that, but I just want to tell you that this type of problem, buy and sell stock, there is 4 patterns of the problem that you can do, and another we have is using strategy 1. Okay, now the question is saying that we have given two integers, that is called prices and strategy. Means we have given stock prices over days, right? And you are allowed to buy and sell multiple times, but you must follow the some strategy rule, and that is why you have given the strategy, right? Means what we have given prices and strategy, right? Means we are given a stock prices over days, and we are allowed to buy and sell multiple stock or multiple times, but we must follow a strategy rule, and that is why we have given the strategy. Understand? So we should buy when you expect profit and sell when the prices stop increasing. Understand? Means we want the profit, right? So when we buy, that time we should be expecting that we will get the profit. Okay, and when we sell, that means the price should be increasing, right? And price should stop, we can say. So this is not about finding one max transaction, it's about capturing all the profitable upward movement. Okay, so let's understand. Very first, it is saying that prices at I is the price of given stock on that day, and the strategy is represented as a trading action on the ith day. It is saying -1 indicates buying 1 unit of stock, 0 indicates holding, and 1 indicates selling. So these three things we will understand. When you are buying the stock, represent -1. When you are holding the stock, means you are not doing anything. But if you are selling the stock, you will represent as 1. So this is what we have given. Now it is saying that you are given a even number integer k and may perform at most one modification to the strategy. Okay, so the modification consists of what? Selecting exactly k consecutive elements in the strategy, set the first k by 2 element to hold 0, and set the last k by 2 element to sell the value, right, or stock. The price is defined as sum of a strategy into prices across all the day. We have to return the maximum possible profit you can achieve. So there are no constant on buying or buying on the stock ownership. So we should buy all and sell the operations. Buy and sell operations are feasible regardless of the past actions. So this is what the question is saying, that, right? Means we should understand what this piece of code is saying. Understand? Very first, what the question is saying, that we have given price, right? And the price at I, not price, it's a prices we have given. The prices at I is nothing but the stock price on day I. Can we say that? And we have strategy we have given. So we'll say strategy at I, we can say, is consist of what are the things we have given is -1 when you buy, when you hold 0, and when you sell is 1. So this is the strategy we have given. It means this is to buy, this is to hold, and this is to sell. Can we say that? So hold means we are not doing anything, right? We are not doing anything, right? -1 means we are buying, and 1 is we are selling, right? What we can do is we are allowed to do what? To change the strategy, okay, for exactly k consecutive days. Can we say that? This is what the question is saying, and this is what we have given. But what is our goal to do that? So we'll say, okay, our goal is to maximize, okay, maximize total profit. I hope you understands what we have given and what is our goal, right? Our goal is to maximize the total profit. What we have given prices, we have given, and each prices is the stock price on the day I, right? We have strategy, right? And this strategy consists of what? -1, 0, 1. When you are doing -1, it means we are buying. When you are saying 0, it means we are holding. When we have 1, means it represents that we are selling. 0 means we are not doing anything, right? So it means we are holding. We are not doing buying and we are not doing selling. Neither of these we are doing. It means we are holding. Okay. So this is what we have to understand, guys. So very first, we should understand how we are going to implement this, right? So let's try to understand. So coming back to here, so the approach that we are going to use here is prefix sum. Why? We'll understand now. So if you are not aware with the prefix sum, please go do some research and you will understand here. Otherwise, it's also fine. I'll continue to tell you what the prefix sum. Okay. So let's understand high level things for this solution. Okay. So very first, the step 1 we will do is we will find the prefix sum. So there we know that there is an array and the array element is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to do the prefix sum, it means what? We want to store, we want to do the sum of the consecutive elements. Let's suppose very first will 1, then 1 plus 2, it become 3. This 3 plus 3 is 6, and this 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is called prefix sum. Where it is used, there is multiple use, right, that we can understand in some another video. But for now, the thing that how we are doing the prefix sum. So this is your given array, and we will create the prefix sum like this. Okay. So now we want to do the prefix sum, right? And to do the prefix sum, we know that we can create what? Profit sum, we can say that. So there is profit sum we can create, and we'll say, okay, I plus 1 will use is the summation of, we can say, the prices. So we'll take a what you call a one pass with j, and we will multiply the strategy at the given pass. So we can, in this way, we can have the profit sum. Okay. Now if we want the price sum, so we'll say, okay, for I plus 1, as we have done above, we can just say we want the price sum. So we'll take the summation of what is we have the prices, and we'll say, okay, we'll use the j. Why we are doing that, we'll understand here. Okay. So we want the things like this. Okay, in the very first thing. So if you talk about the profit sum, so profit sum is nothing but, let's call the profit sum is nothing but a value, that is we can say a x. It means what? The profit, if we don't change, if we don't change anything, we can say, if we don't change anything in 0 to x minus 1. Okay, similarly, can we say that the price sum, so price sum will say there is some value, right? And this value is what? We'll say the price sum will have the sum of prices in 0 to x minus 1, right? This is what we have represented above. So we should understand what these things are there. Okay, coming back to here, the very first we'll find the prefix sum. Then in step 2, what we want a baseline, we can say, where no strategy change happens. Means if I'll take a long and we'll say response or result, we can say, so the profit sum of n we can get. Okay, it means this is the profit if we don't modify any windows. We'll explain how to do that. So I'll say this is the profit resultant or response if we don't modify any window. Okay, so you can use a sliding window approach also. So you can go from what? Let's suppose you will go from k to the what do you call so there is a little change in, let's call that sliding window strategy, because it is required, right? So we'll do some change. This is also comes in the idea. Okay, so we try every window of size k, right? What we want to do, we try every window of size k ending at index, can we say I? So if we try every window of size k which is ending at index I, it means what? There is what? We have a loop, we can say, that start at int I is let's go with k minus 1, and I should be less than n and I plus plus. If you want to split this into 3 parts, a split into, give me 1 second, a split the array, we can say, actually, into three parts. What are the parts are there? The very first will be left part. There will then there will be a change part, we can say, right? So we'll say change part is nothing but the change window. We will keep changing, and there will be the left. This is what we do in the sliding window, right? So if we'll split any array, let's suppose any array we have, right? So we'll split like this. What? Like this we will split. So if I'll say if left is unchanged, okay, in that case when left is unchanged, in that case how we'll write the code? We'll say okay, long, we'll say left profit, and we'll say prefix sum, we'll say I minus k plus 1. So this will give the left part which is unchanged. Similarly, for the right part which is unchanged, how we are going to take it? You will say similarly, I will write long, I will say a right profit, and we can get from where? We know that we have the profit sum, we have already calculated. From there, profit sum I plus 1 I will do. Are you understanding? So this way we can find the what? Left profit and right profit, right? Now where the strategy change is the main thing here. So we'll say the middle part where we change a strategy. Okay. So there how what we will do? What we will do there? So I'll say take long, and we'll say this is our change profit, and we can get from where? Price sum, we'll say I plus 1 minus price sum at I minus k by 2 plus 1, right? So this is the trick that we will use in our code, right? Why this will work? Because why this change will work, right? Because let's suppose very first we know that when strategy is changed, so for k days, right, when a strategy is changed for k days, can we say that k days, what are the things happen? Very first happen is, we'll say first you give k by 2 days to buy, right? The last k by 2 days to sell, and we if k is odd, right, so the middle day is ignored, right? So profit becomes what? Sum of selling price minus sum of buying prices, we can say. Okay, and this all happens, right, because of the prefix sum. Because the prefix sums computes in what? Compute this is this in, we can say O of one time, right? And that is why this will work. Okay, so will actually this will take like this word, but our code will take the time and space complexity of n. That is different thing. And the technique we are going to use is prefix sum plus sliding window. So there will be little change here, that we will use prefix sum, and we'll say plus the sliding window concepts, and both have little changes there. Okay, so we will understand again. The very first, what are the things we have given? We have given prices, we have given. So each prices is the stock price on the day I. Strategy will having -1, 0, 1. So buy, hold, and sell will be the three things in the strategy that as per the question. So we are allowed to change the strategy for exactly k consecutive days, and our goal is to maximize the profit. And we are going to use the prefix sum and sliding window approach, so that we'll understand the high level things. What are the things we need to do? We know that if we have given anything, any array, we can say we can calculate the prefix sum, right? Will consecutive to value will get added, right? And this calculated value will added with the previous next value, and will generate the next value. Like that we can say the prefix sum will calculate, right? So in the very first step you have to find the prefix sum. So there will be a profit sum and the price sum. So profit sum we can get from where? The prices at I into strategy at j. So you can take the single for loop, right? Or you can say one pass with the j, and you can calculate the prices at I j into strategy at j, and you can say this is our profit sum. And there will be a price sum, and you can take over the price, and you can calculate like this. You will get the price sum. So if you want to find the x number of element, let's suppose for this is a x, you have to go from where? From here to here, right? So this is what I'm talking about. So profit, if we don't change anything, and the prefix sum, the sum of the prices, you have to go from 0 to x minus 1, right? This you will get. In the next step, we are going to use the baseline where no strategy will get changed. So the resultant or response will get from where? The profit sum at n, right? This is the profit if we don't modify in that window. There will be some change in the strategy, right? So we will use the sliding window. So if we try every window of the size which is ending at index I, right? So in that case we'll use a loop from I equal to what? K minus 1, and it should be less than n and I plus plus. So we have to split the array into three parts, right? The very first part, let's suppose, is left. This is called left part. This is a left part. This is sorry, this is left part. This is a right part. I'm sorry. Okay, and this is the window change. So when we call the left unchanged, means we will find the left profit like this. You can calculate, and for the right change, you will calculate like this, right? And for the middle change, you can find like this. Okay, so you will get the profit change. Now when we talk about the strategy which is changed for the k days, so very first, if k by 2 days for the buy, k by 2 days for sell, if it is odd, you can find the middle day is ignored, right? And so the profit becomes what? The selling, the sum of the selling price minus sum of the buying price, and you will get the profit. And you have to track the profit to maximize it. And that is why because the prefix sum computes in O of 1 times, and so it is better code that we are going to do now. Okay, so let's try to understand from the LeetCode console. I'll write the code in stepwise. Okay, so let's go to the console. Okay, and let's write the code. Very first, we know that we have given the prices, strategy, and k we have given, right? What we need to do, let's suppose the we will create the profit sum from the here. Let's first find the profit. How will create the profit? We know that it should be a long, as we have discussed, and this is a profit sum. So the profit sum is an array and its size should be same as we have the prices. So we'll say prices dot length and plus one, we can say that. Can we say that? And similarly, you calculate, you have to create the price sum, right? So let's make a prices sum, we can say, or price sum. Let's suppose price sum, and we'll create like this only. Okay. Now in the step one, we know that we have to do the calculations, right? We will create the prefix sum, right? So step one we will do, and for that we need a one pass. So let's go with the one pass. Let's take I only, start from I, and I should be less than the uh, price dot length. We can take this one itself, I plus plus. Now for the profit sum, what we need to do is, if I want I plus 1, I can get from where the profit sum at I plus, we have to take the prices that we have, price into I, prices, yeah, prices into I, and this I is nothing but the strategy, right? So we have means I means I was talking -1 0 like something we had, right? So there will corresponding, there will be a strategy. The strategy can be -1 0 and 1, so that I was talking about. Okay, so you can write like this manually, but we have already the loop, so you can use at I. Now we have to convert into the long, so we have to parse it like this. So to parse this, we have to convert into this. Okay, so what we can do, we can remove this one also, I guess. Okay, leave it. Now once the profit sum is found, then we need to do what? Price sum. So price sum at I, we can say plus 1. Similarly, we have to find is equal to the price sum at I plus the prices at I. So this is the prefix sum of price. We can find like this, right? Now we know that we need to find the long res, which is equal to profit sum, and we'll take n, and here we'll say, okay, for loop will take, and we'll say int I equal to k minus 1, and I should be less than n, and I plus plus. So this long profit we will take, and this is nothing but the left profit, we can say. As we know, we have to find the left profit, and we can find the left profit from where? The profit sum. We have this profit sum, so we'll say, okay, profit sum at I minus k plus 1. Similarly, we have to find the what? Right profit. So right profit, to find that, and you define the n here. We have not defined the n. Better what we can do is define the n here. Int n, you will define the n here. Let me update here. So n, we can define n here, n here. Okay, so very first we'll take profit sum at some value, that is nothing but the n minus profit sum at I plus 1. Now we know that we have to find the change, what? change profit. Change profit we can find from where? The price sum at I plus 1 minus price sum at I minus k by 2 plus 1. Understand? I hope you're understanding, right? Then we have to update the result because we have to find the max profit. So math.max we will do, and very first pass the max result, you can say, or response, the left profit and the right profit plus change profit. All you need to do the sum and update the res and return res. So what we have done, very first we define the profit sum, price sum, we have taken the loop and we have find the prefix sum, and through the sliding window approaches we have find the left profit, right profit, change profit, and we are updating the max profit through the math.max, and we know that to get the total profit we have to get from here. Let's try to run it. So the code is getting accepted. Let me submit. Yeah, so code is getting submitted. Okay, so code is accepted. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. In case, thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and let us know what you want to learn next in the comment below. And thank you for watching this video.